A second body has been recovered in Queensland's Western Downs region as bushfire evacuation orders remain in place for several communities. At least 16 homes have been destroyed as fires burn through more than 11,000 hectares. Crews are preparing for harsher weather conditions today, including high temperatures and gusty winds. For the latest on this situation, Queensland Fire and Emergency Services State Commander of Operations, Peter Hollier, joins me now. Thanks again for your time. I know it is a very busy one for you. Can you tell us anything about this latest death?
Certainly, the information that we have to hand is that the situation out at Tara has changed overnight. The situation is that we had the change in storm come through. As a result of the storm, that we had numerous, multiple dry lightning strikes, which has caused 5 additional new fires. Those fires were fought overnight. They have been contained and have been extinguished. The focus will be with the change in wind direction that we've received, along with the storms that we had, means that we'll have a new front of fire that we'll be working on again in difficult conditions this afternoon during the height of the afternoon, where again we'll see pockets of extreme fire danger that will still be affecting that fire in Tara.
Okay, so Tara is still a risk area. When you say new fire front, where has the risk spread? Where are the areas that are most sort of at risk today?
So as you can appreciate, with the change in wind direction from primarily to a southerly, southwesterly driven fire now, there will be new fronts on the eastern side of the fire. So the crews are focusing their effort there. At this point in time, yes, you're right, it's over 11,000 hectares that have been burnt. Unfortunately, the news overnight wasn't good, with 16 houses lost. And of course, we're looking to downgrade some of the emergency warnings that we have put in place. And as that information comes to hand, we'll provide that information in due course.
Okay, so that's sad to hear. 16 homes destroyed. Stay with us. We've just got a camera. Apologies, but do stay with us. We'll just a moment. No, in fact, we don't. So you could see, there it is, Joe Biden and Jill Biden on screen as they're arriving for this state dinner for the Australian Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese. We'll just listen in momentarily in case he's having a chat.
Ready, shot. Ready, face. Forward, march.
Fallen flower. Thank you all.
Thank you.
There we go, another pose for photos. It was a private dinner last night, Washington time. You can see it's 6:45. State dinner tonight. We'll have all the coverage of what's happening there in terms of, I'm not sure what sort of camera access we'll get, but usually it's a bit of initial thoughts and a pan of the room to see the various powerful figures. Apologies, Peter Hollier, for interrupting you there. I know your time is very precious today. A bit going on over there in Washington. I alluded earlier that we've had, I believe, a second death out of these fires, sadly. I did see reports of cardiac arrest. I'm not sure what you can tell us specifically, but it is a common form of death in fires, isn't it? I believe it's just the pure heat that can affect people and stress the body so much. That's the ultimate cause of death, even if they can avoid the direct fire itself.
My understanding is that was a matter that occurred on Monday. And my understanding is from the Queensland Ambulance Service is that was a medical episode. That's the only information that I have in relation to that.
Okay, all right. Thanks for that clarification. In terms of how you're going and fighting this fire, we spoke yesterday and you said how much earlier it has come in terms of the fire season. It's not uncommon for the far north to be experiencing this now, but uncommon for the south of the state. How are your resources holding up, and are you getting assistance from others? Because there's only so long people can be out there fighting fires.
That's a good question. So currently, We have ramped up our support yesterday, again today and again tomorrow out to both those two fires in that southwest part of the state. We've drawn from within our own capability that we have across Queensland. As you know, we're quite a large state. We've even looked at some of the areas of the business where we can free up people's availability to take on the opportunity to go out and be a part of that support to those areas out there. So we've increased our support to both the Tara fire and also the Millmerran fire. At this point in time, we've certainly looked at what additional resourcing, and we're planning for that to occur. However, at this point in time, we're certainly sustaining the effort that we've got from within Queensland.
Any advice that you have for people out there? You've got all usual advice that isn't being followed at the moment. Whether
Absolutely.
It be around, people leaving in time or.
Stay tuned in. Stay situationally aware of what's going on. Make sure that they are up to date with the latest information. As I said just a minute ago, it could well be with the easing of some of the conditions in some parts of the fire ground, you may see an easing of some of those warnings. People need to know, that they still can't go on the site whatsoever. It's still far too unsafe for them to do that. That will change as we do get further control of the fire, and then we're able to get in and do the assessments to make sure roads are cleared. There's no threats that are going to impose onto those residents. So stay tuned, keep aware of what's going on, and make sure they listen in to get the latest information.
Yeah, thanks, Peter. I know falling trees, just one of the pitfalls going in after a fire scene. All the best as you continue your fight there in Queensland.